Now we're going to use law of cosines to solve problem 13. And as you will notice, the thing that I did, I wrote the formula up here already. And the reason I picked this particular formula, which side is the largest? A. You always want to find the largest angle first, because then you don't have to worry about whether there's two possible triangles. You have one unique answer every time you find the largest angle first. So therefore, I'm going to go ahead and do this. So this one's kind of nice because it's an isosceles triangle. But anyway, to find the particular answer for this here, find the angle, the cosine of angle A will be this b squared, which would be 48 squared plus 48 squared minus the 75.4 squared all over 2 times 48 times 48. I have to plug that into the calculator, and then when I get it, don't forget, then my answer will not be this here. It will actually be the second cosine of what all that turns out to be. So first off, let's go to our calculator, because I'm not going to do all that in my head. So, and here's how I probably would do work out this particular one. I'm not great at all the little numbers and stuff. So what I would probably do is just go up here, look at this here, and I'm going to make sure, I'm going to go 48 squared plus 48 squared, and I'm probably just going to go minus 75.4 squared, and I'm going to hit enter. So I got that, I got a negative. Whoa, can I make it? Sure can, because remember these cosine values could be negative too. Eventually I'm going to take that answer, second answer, divided by, now I'm going to put this in parentheses, because basically it's going to be what? 2 times 48 times 48, close the parentheses. That way I won't do the answer divided by 2 and then multiply by 48. I have to put all that bottom in parentheses, enter, and I get this negative 0.23337, which now don't forget, this doesn't mean my answer is negative 23 degrees, which doesn't even make any sense for a triangle to have negative degrees. But I'm going to go second cosine, so I want the arc angle, and I'm going to put that answer in there, enter, and so I know that angle is now 103.6 degrees, or 103.6 degrees. And like I said, once we did all the math up here, it was basically the arc cosine of that negative 0.2337, which turned out to equal, we said what, 103 point, I think 6, I think I have 103.5 degrees, 103.5 degrees. All right, now here's what's really cool. Think about this here. If you got a triangle, this is 103.5 degrees, and this is 48, 48, this side here is 75.4. I know these two angles here are what? Congruent. Now I can go to law of sines, and I might just do it because law of sines is easier than law of cosines, and I could simply do this here. I could write down sine of angle B would be the same thing as the sine of that 103.5 degrees. It needs to be divided by the 48. And this would be divided by 7.45, 75.4, which basically means sine B would be the sine of this here, 103.5, divided by the 75.4 times 48. Then I got to do what? The arc sine, or second sine, of that particular answer there. And that would work. Or I could just do this here. Take 180 minus 103.5 degrees, which if I'm doing that in my head, because the calculator is way over there, is going to end up being, I believe, 76.5 degrees. Hope my math is right. Which now we're dividing those by 2 because it's isosceles. And that would turn out to be, if I divide each of those by 2, 38.25, or I would say 38.3 degrees. And because they're both the same, they're both 38.3. Let's check my math out here and see if we get the same thing going the other way. because I'm not real sure I did all that math mentally in my head. So, like I said, going back over here, I would do the sine of 103.5 enter divided by, what did we say it was, 75.4 enter. I would take that times that 48 enter, and then I would have to do second sine of my answer there. And I got 38.24, just 38.2. It's all a matter of rounding. Like I said, I would count both those answers right. 38, actually 0.25 is what we got. 24, when I did it like with the rounding of the numbers in my head, or 38.24. If you did these numbers right here, say that second sine of that 0.61, which turns out to be 38.24. I had 38.2, they had 38, I had 38.2. Both answers would be correct in my reasonable del A. That's what those angles would be. Angle A and angle C. The angle B and angle C would both be that, along with the one side angle being 103.5 degrees.